You don't cry because you're sad. Hopefully, we all cry tears of joy as well. We cry when we're in the pit of despair, and even go beyond that where the tears don't even come. We cry, if you're like me, I tend to be fairly emotionally reactive in a physical sense and not afraid to cry in a movie, those sorts of things. But you've got to look at why you cry. If you can cry when you're sad and you can cry when you're happy, clearly it's not a thing that is actually associated with either of those states of mind. But what is it? What is it that causes you to cry? What is it then? Some people will cry watching a commercial with a puppy in it. Some people won't cry only but a few times in their whole life. Why is it? What makes us cry? What actually drives us to need to cry? I have quite a few friends, and they will say they had to stay home and just have a good cry. There was no particular reason, they just felt like they needed it. So again, that doesn't associate you with sadness or happiness. It associates crying with a release. And that's the key. That is the key to why you cry. Look at a kettle. You put the kettle on, off it goes, and it starts to bubble and all those sorts of things. Gets hotter and hotter, builds up and up and up and up, until finally it starts to boil. And then the whistle starts as the steam passes through it, and it gets louder, it gets louder, it gets louder, until you turn the heat off. And then you hear it, ooh. No longer whistles, goes back to a gentle steam. Crying is exactly the same thing. Crying is the body and the mind's reaction to an emotional overload. And once again, most people associate the word with emotional with sadness, and it's not. It covers every facet of our emotional realm. That's why we cry tears of joy. When the emotions build up and up and up and up, like the water heating up in the kettle, and then they don't boil over, but it's our mind's way of releasing it when they peak. And so our cries are effectually are our tears. Our tears are our steam coming out of the kettle. That's the whistle blowing. This is the difference. This is why crying happens when you're sad. It happens when you're happy. And it can happen for no reason at all, just an understirring build-up. Remember that when you want to cry. You're not crying because you're sad. You're crying because of an emotional build-up. Now, what causes that emotional build-up? Within sadness, despair, joy, elation, all those sorts of things. Why is it that they are things that lead to crying? The short version is we cry because we love. It is that simple. I could go into hours and hours and hours of footage and research and show you all those things, but think about it. Do you get sad for any other reason than you love? You get sad because you love and you were betrayed. Sad because you love and you lost. Sad because you love and haven't received that love back. On the other side of the coin, do you get elated because you love and it's been received? Do you get excited because you've loved what's happened and are embracing that love? Are you over the moon because you've given love to someone and they've returned that love? And I'm not necessarily talking about a romantic love. Friendship is the same thing. Friendships are based around love, care, and respect. So love is what makes us cry. And so crying is really, really healthy, and it's something I openly encourage my clients to do. Have a good cry. If you feel like you need to cry and you don't want to cry in someone else, in front of someone else, go somewhere private. Find your little space and let it out. Let that emotion out. You can't let it bottle up. Happiness or sadness, doesn't matter. You can't let it bottle up because it will eventually destroy you. It will send you into an emotional overload. Your body and your brain determines what is a positive emotion and what's a negative emotion. Every emotion reacts within the body the same way. So you have to decide that it's a positive emotion or a negative emotion, and they just stack on top of each other. You need to let your emotion out, and the easiest way to stop it from overloading like that is to cry. It's such an emotional release. If anyone's ever had a good cry, at the end of it, you feel relaxed, you feel calm, because you've got it out. You've got it out in a mind sense, and you've got it out in a physical sense. You've stopped that overload, and that's something I can't be more stressful about. Is crying is releasing the emotion. Crying is moving that emotion to a path that you care about, but you can release from you and you can walk away from. I hope that helps you today when you are out there and feeling that emotional load. If you like what you've seen today, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tune in for more tips to get you through, to help you move through life on your terms with a better understanding. Get out there and have a good cry. Tears of joy, tears of sadness, they're all just tears. They're all a release of emotion and let you move forward. Have a great day.